So as you can see, I'm doing burpees. I'm not a fan of these. I've never been a fan of these. I despise burpees. I do. But I've cursed, and I said I ain't gonna curse. And every curse word is 5 burpees. So I'm at the point now that over the might have been at least 2 months, but I don't know. So maybe over a couple weeks, I have cursed. No one's perfect. I do be slipping out. So this is an accumulation of all the cursing I've done over a while. I have a different ideology of it. Sometimes I just let it add up. It kind of sucks doing it this way because it's much easier to just curse, do 5, and then be straight. But a lot of times I don't be wanting to do them. But typically once I hit 100, that's when I'm like, all right, I got to do it. So yesterday or the other day I hit 100. So because of that, I'm out here doing 100. So it is what it is. How I look at it, as long as I do the burpees. Could have been 200. As long as I do all of them, like I said I might not do them as soon as I'm supposed to, but I do get them all done. I do them. I never put into effect a rule saying I have to do it as soon as I curse. I just said I had to do the burpees. So always kept a track in my mind. Like I said, it adds up. And regardless, I don't curse that much. I don't. Compared to what it was, I used to curse every single sentence. Now I do significantly better. So it's cool. I'm at 50. I got another 50 more to do. Oh, but it's tiring. I hate doing these. Absolutely hate it. What? We almost done. Then I'll be at 0. And then I got to worry about doing any burpees until I curse again. What's good, y'all? Today is Monday, 25th. Today is Monday, August 25th, 2025. I'm sitting here in my backyard. Just got finished doing them burpees. I actually already recorded this whole video. I was doing my whole dynamic warm-ups and stretching, explaining everything. And I did everything and never hit record. Ever. And I'm kind of sick. Because now I pretty much got to do this all over again. But overall, it was cool. It is what it is. I did my dynamic warm-ups because my physical therapist was telling me I need to start doing more mobility work. I need to still get in it. I need to start moving around more. I need to start stretching more, trying to loosen things up. Maybe that's why I'm still having, growing pain and abdominal pain. So I figured I'd do that this morning. So I did all that, did a lot of dynamic work, a lot of dynamic warm-ups. Then I had 100 burpees like I already explained. So I did that, and now I'm just doing a little bit of dynamic stretching at the moment, trying to loosen up my hips a little bit. My hips are known to be tight. So really just loosen up my hips. That's really it. That's pretty much that was pretty much it. That was pretty much the basis of everything. I honestly didn't feel like explaining everything all over again, but I'm happy that I was able to get some dynamic movement in, especially because, I ain't gonna lie, I do be a little shy for someone who do be recording and stuff like that. I do be a little camera shy and doing certain things in public. I get too much in my head. So I'm kind of happy that I have like a backyard to where like I can record, I could talk, I could do my dynamic warm-ups, not have to worry about anyone being out here, So it's cool to be back home, to be able to do so. Yesterday was a great day. I didn't record yesterday. Obviously, I went to the fair on Saturday. On Sunday, actually, I ended up hanging out with Janelle in the first half of the day. So we went to lunch over at Primo, which was pretty cool. I didn't record that. Mind crap. No, I didn't record that. I decided not to. I really wanted to go to the city with her, but she said she couldn't go. But so we ended up just staying local, which was cool. Which honestly was probably for the best. kind of like I kind of explained earlier, I'm cool with Janelle. I've known her for a while. She one of, guess you could say one of my longest friends. She definitely is one of my longest friends that I've had. And I do be trying to look out. I do be trying to be generous. I do this with all my friends. I try to look out for all my friends. Obviously, just as a friend being there, but also monetary wise, especially if we go out. So I went out with Janelle, and there were many times I've paid the bill and stuff, but I was really just trying to split the check this time. I wasn't really trying to front the whole bill. Now, it wasn't expensive. It was only 100 beans, which honestly isn't bad. Uh, but I didn't really feel like fronting the whole bill, so I was like, "Yo, let me get half." She didn't want to give me half, so she gave me 20%. She gave me $20, and I was like, "Yo, this." And obviously, I kept it P. I made some. Don't get me wrong. I made some jokes about it, kind of pressed her about it. But overall, I ain't really want to blow the whole situation up. But I'd be lying to say if I didn't feel some type of way because I have been very generous to her. I have looked out for her out of kindness of my own heart. So this time, I kind of just didn't want to spend the whole joint. I really just wanted to spend half. And she was giving me a hard time. She didn't want to do it. She was like, I'm going to send you the 30 later. But I already know Shawty ain't really finna send the 30 later. So, but it is what it is. And like I was explaining earlier, I'm trying to get closer to Jesus, get closer, and become a better Christian. And I was saying earlier because I remember I told her I was like, listen, we ain't going nowhere that's gonna cost money from here on out. Like everything we do from here on out is just gonna be straight free, you know. And I was joking, but some of it kind of was the truth. But if I want to be a Christian, I gotta practice forgiveness, and I gotta understand that. Let's say if I really hold true to that, that's me still holding some type of grudge over a couple dollars. You know what I'm saying? You gotta practice forgiveness, and I don't think it's right to do what I did just over a couple dollars. To be honest with you, um, I think that's being a little bit petty over a couple dollars, which I don't think is right. Um, so I don't think I am. Now, will we go maybe out to expensive places or places that are a little bit more pricey? Probably not, because I've gone to some expensive places with her. Probably not. You know, I'll probably keep it local, keep it low key, or if we do go to expensive places, kind of understand like she might not even give me half, and I just gotta front the whole bill. So I just gotta change my whole dynamic and my mindset when it comes to that. You know, um, but I don't want to really hold no grudge against her. Now, obviously, it might change my approach a little bit in terms of maybe how I hang out or maybe how often me and her do go out to certain places. Maybe I will just keep it to cheaper places like parks, scenic routes, somebody's backyard so we could just talk and just kind of keep it like that. But I'm not going to completely be like, I ain't going to go nowhere that costs money with you. Because I think that's a bit much. And I don't think that's true forgiveness. You know, I think that's still me holding a little bit of a grudge against her. And I don't want to do that. I don't want to hold no type of grudge. I don't want to hold no type of animosity. It is what it is. I know what it is moving forward. But I don't want to treat you a certain way because of that. And now I won't go anywhere at all with you that costs money. I think that's a bit much. In the moment, I did kind of say it as a joke. I did kind of say it as a way to be petty. But after thinking about it, since this happened yesterday afternoon, after thinking about it, I'm like, all right, man, that's a bit much. Maybe just wait a while for the next time you do guys go out. And when you guys do end up going, just just keep it simple like pizza or something like that. Just don't do nothing crazy. Just keep it like that. Because to not do anything that costs money from here on out, it's kind of crazy, you know? So for the rest of our lives, that's crazy. So, and I don't think that's what true forgiveness is. True forgiveness is being able to look past it and probably ended up treating them like normal. Still being generous, still being open to them, still being loving to them, still not showing no hate. Obviously, can't be no punk now, but still showing them no hate, showing them no type of animosity. That's what I believe true forgiveness is, and that's what I believe the Lord has called us to do. So I got to start practicing it. It might be hard, and I ain't gonna lie. I do still feel a little bit of a way, and it's probably gonna take me a little bit before I feel completely cool with the situation. It's such a small situation, but it is just like, I really be looking out. You say we best friends and all this other stuff, and I'm like, damn, you're gonna kind of, you're gonna treat me like I'm crap, treat me like I'm, you know what I'm saying? Like, you say we best friends, you say we locked in, and I'm like, damn, this is kind of how you treat your best friend. And it's also rough too because like when my male friends that ain't never like this, well, male friends we either all split it or I'll front the bill. Then the next time we hang out, somebody else will front the bill. Then the next time we hang out, somebody else front the bill, and it's just like a rotating fronting of the bill until one time it's like, yo, let's just split it, and then we all split it. That's how I do with all my friends. So with her, I was fronting the bill significant more times. But it's just an understanding that, hey, um, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's no big deal. Ain't trying to make her feel some type of way about it. You know. I actually thought about not posting this, but like nobody watches these videos. So at the end of the day, it probably won't even freaking matter. But just trying to get forgiveness. So if Janelle, if you do watch this somehow, I don't. At this very moment, I do kind of feel a little bit of a way, but it is what it is. Like, we keep on moving forward, we keep on pushing, and I ain't gonna never go out with you somewhere that costs money over this. Because at the end of the day, it is over $30. I ain't gonna press you over $30. That's crazy. And I ain't gonna completely not hang with you over $30. So it is what it is. I'll just kind of change my approach from here on out, and I think that's probably just the best way to go about it for real. So that's pretty much it for the video. Nothing too crazy. Today I'm really just gonna edit. Pretty much done stretching. You know. Oh, and one thing I do want to add about the whole like forgiveness thing, um, I definitely don't want to make it seem like Janelle is a horrible person at all. I don't want to make it seem like she's never done anything for me. I don't want to make it seem like, um, I'm a perfect Christian and, I'm coming at this from a moral high ground. I'm not perfect. I fall short every single day, all the time. And Janelle is a great person, and she's been there for me. She's been a person that I could talk to and confide to. So I don't want to make it seem like I'm bashing her or anything like that. So just want to make that clear before I post this. And my luck, this will be the one video everyone do see, and they all like, well, who are you? This, that, yada, yada, yada. I ain't gonna make it seem like I'm Mr. Perfect. I ain't gonna make it seem like she a bad person. 'Cause that's not what it is. She a good person. She a good human. That's one reason why I like to hang out with her and spend time with her. I'm very blessed to have her in my life. I'm very blessed that the Lord put her in my life and that we're able to still keep this relationship that we do have going. So I want to just make that loud and clear for before I end this and leave this. For the rest of the day, I'm pretty much gonna edit. I have no real plans. We're supposed to have a fantasy football draft tonight at 7 p.m. with the boys. So I'm very excited. I want to text in a group chat just to make sure, we still straight for tonight at 7. Other than that, just edit videos, chill with my parents. I'm going to go in, get some food, and that's pretty much it. But thank you for watching. Appreciate y'all. Brody, I love you, man. Keep your head up. Keep pushing, bro. Don't ever give up, man. Keep working. One day, everything going to change, bro. Jesus going to help you. He going to bless you for real. Peace.